and welcome to episode 105 of 15K Plus Random Movie Reviews, the podcast where we take a random movie from Metacritic's all-time movie list. This is Colin.
This is Niall.
And this is random movie 1404. It is Face Off from 1997. Runs for 138 minutes. We were just saying it kind of feels quite long of a movie when you watch it. It's directed by John Woo. Writers Mike Werb and Michael Collery, who have, I think, they're a writing partnership, and they wrote Tomb Raider, the first one.
Yeah, I wouldn't be proud of that fact.
No. Budget of 80 million and a box office of 245.7 million. Metacritic 82. Metacritic user score 7.6. John Travolta, Nicolas Cage, Joan Allen. Pretty much. That's
it.
That's all she wrote. General vibes of this movie.
A lot of jumping, backflips as well. I love the near the end is a backflip for no reason other than just do a backflip.
There's a lot of things for no reason in a John Woo movie I've come to figure out.
Yeah, sometimes you expect that though. Like, I am a big fan of Hard Boiled, much more so than this movie. This feels a bit unnecessary at times. I'm not complaining. I quite enjoy this movie, but a lot of the shit that happens is just daft when it doesn't really need to be. I'm not sure if it's a complaint or not. I don't think it's held up as well as I thought it would have, if I'm entirely honest. It's
a Hard Target, right? Not Hard Boiled that you like from him.
No, Hard Boiled. John Woo.
Isn't it Hard Target? There's not. I'm looking through his
Hard Boiled, 1992 with Chow Yun-fat.
Really? I can only see Hard Target from 1993. Yeah, 1992. Yeah, with Jean-Claude Van Damme. Well, maybe it's
no.
Maybe Metacritic doesn't have Hard Boiled as it is.
IMDb does.
No, well, there you go.
That was his big movie prior to this.
Okay, I see. Okay.
That and The Killer.
Yeah, well, you look through. He's obviously got a good reputation for action movies. Me, personally, after watching this last night, I'm not a big fan of his style, I have to say.
It is somewhat over the top. It's slow-mo all over the goddamn place. There's backflips, there's jumps, there's some interesting camera shots. I'll have to give them that. I enjoyed the mirror thing where the two guys who've swapped faces are looking at each other through the mirror. It's a cheesy but nice touch. It's very cheesy, though. It is super. It's very 80s, yet it's 97.
Yeah. There's a lot of cheese in this and a lot of superfluous stuff, and I think a lot of pretentious overproduction and overdirection, and that doesn't vibe with me, his style, I don't think. Like, even as an action movie, whatever, it's definitely not even breaching my top 20 action movies of all time.
I actually think Travolta's not very good in this.
I was coming to the conclusion today that I don't know if I appreciate Nicolas Cage. He's an icon, but I don't know if I like his acting. It's like a Keanu Reeves syndrome. I think I fell out of love with him once when I skipped college to go to see Bringing Out the Dead, the Nicolas Scorsese ambulance driver movie, where he plays an ambulance driver, and I was so bored, and I was like, Nicolas Cage isn't actually good.
Well, he's not a good actor. It's like you know what you're signing up for with a Nicolas Cage movie. This is not the best of them, though. There's much better where it's leaning into his persona as a lunatic. This is a bit trying to be serious, where he can't. No, okay, he can do action, and he's damn good in Con Air, I think, but
he's more likable in Con Air, even though his accent sucks.
I kind of like his crap accent.
You know, this was released the same month as Con Air.
Get away, really?
Yeah.
This is nothing near as good as Con Air. It's
Double whammy.
much more ridiculous than Con Air.
Oh, big time, big time. You know what? I'm okay with the concept of face off. I'm okay. That's
Absolutely,
fine.
that's the best part of this movie.
Yeah, I'm okay with the concept. I just hate the overproduction. Like fucking hell, slow mo pigeons and doves at any given opportunity.
And then the boat scene at the end really annoyed me. I don't
Yes,
know
yeah, it's
why.
an annoying
It's like six,
sequence,
7 minutes. That's a bit much,
of
lads.
just.
And then
And you know the
a boat
problem.
goes through a boat. And,
Oh, and there has to be explosions,
well,
like to
yeah,
blast your eardrums out of you. But you know what the worst thing about 4K like things is? You can just totally tell it's not them in most of the shots. It's
yeah,
like,
I
oh, that's
noticed that.
definitely not them.
That's the wrong hair. What's going on here?
That doesn't look anything like, because we're now watching these movies on 85-inch TVs in 4K, and we're going,
We can see right up their nostrils. Like, yeah,
yeah,
we can tell.
it's just so.
There was a different face was off.
The faces were off, both of them. It's so ridiculous, and it takes a bit of the charm away from these 90s movies.
Does, unfortunately. I appreciate the practical effects, but if you're gonna do it, make sure I can't tell the difference between the stunt double and the primary actors.
Yeah. I think we need to watch these 90s movies on like 30-inch computer monitors like we're doing now, and just have
Yeah.
it at 720 or something.
Or 320.
360, yeah.
Or 360, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
That's an issue these days.
it is an issue. It is an issue.
And
It's not something
Face
you want to
Off,
see in IMAX.
no. No, in IMAX would be like, they're not in this movie 80% of the time when all the action happens. Yeah, a lot of slow-mo for John Woo, and even if the character was walking away from a scene, he puts him in slow motion. Even when
What's
John,
worse, the beach, where he's walking along the beach towards the effing funeral to the church.
oh yeah.
That's like 40 seconds, but it's slow motion and there's doves. And he gets into the church, there's doves.
Doves
They're all
in
in
the
slow
church.
motion.
Get the fucking doves out of the church.
Oh, yeah, like shit everywhere. What are you doing, lads?
Like if I was the priest, I'd be going, could you fucking close the door?
Doves everywhere.
trying to
Crap on
bloody-
the coffin.
Yeah. And then and here's another thing that I hated about this movie. They cannot shoot for shit. They were firing at each other from 5 feet away, right? And then the thing about it is, at the boat scene at the end, Travolta shoots a boat full of cops from a half a mile away. All of them die in a second, but they're firing at each other in the church from 5 feet away. Pew pew in the pews.
Hey,
and,
pews everywhere.
and they're not hitting. None of them. Neither of them hit anything in the movie.
That's not true. Loads of incidentals get killed, but
Yeah,
never
but-
the main guys. No,
But Archer doesn't kill people when he is Troy. Like, he goes out of the way not to kill people.
I have an issue. I have an issue with that. I have it written down several times. He doesn't shoot people, but he does things that leads innocent civilians and a bunch of cops to get killed and prison guards.
True. Duboff kills a lot of cops.
He
A
does.
lot of prison guards. And yeah, that's Archer's fault.
Yeah, all because he wanted to get revenge.
And the revenge is shown at the first scene of the movie. It's a beautiful slow motion fucking scene. Fucking hell. Start as you mean to go on, Mr. Wu.
Yeah, just
there
don't
you go.
film more than 30 minutes of movie, but just show it at 1/4 speed. Done.
Yeah, I would like to get not a director's cut, because he would fucking slow motion everything, but get a reverse director's cut and unslow motion everything.
Yeah, show him you walking up to the beach in normal speed. There you go.
Yeah.
It's not Baywatch.
Yeah. And remove digitally all the doves. I don't want to see them. And then at the end as well, the whole end sequence annoyed the shit out of me. Everybody in the scenes I hated, and then it was being overly pretentiously contrived close up of Jesus on the cross.
Oh, it leans heavy into that, doesn't it? While everything around is exploding. Doves. Jesus.
Jesus.
Kaboom.
Shooting each other from 5 feet away.
And everybody else is dead. Hey.
And I also was thinking of you, and I was like going, I know you like to call movies stupid or silly movies, but this is a stupid movie that's annoying. I don't mind stupid movies.
I used to love this movie. This is what's annoying me now. I loved this movie back in the day, but it annoyed the crap out of me
Because you're a
today.
young'un. You're a young'un
I,
then.
I, I just liked explosions and boats eating boats.
I remember, I think I got this on VHS or something in the 90s, and yeah, I was, whatever, 18 or whatever, and yeah, it was good because it was fuzzy and on a bloody 30-inch TV.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, that's really lame.
Yeah, I think this is aged really poorly. At its time in '97, a retro '80s movie style thing was kind of cool, um, but
And John Woo brought his own signature
he did.
style
In
to it,
fairness,
and maybe we liked it back then, but now I don't think I've ever watched a John Woo movie other than this one, so I'm not a fan of his
I
style. I
used to
think
be a
it's
massive fan of Hard Boiled, but I'm scared to ever go near it again because
you should
it holds a special place in my heart, and I probably think it's crap.
you should watch it.
Oh, I don't want to know. Slow mo everywhere.
Slow mo, yeah, explosions, bullets, and like when there's a gunfight, everything in the room just explodes.
Sparks out of
Just
focus.
explodes.
Sparks everywhere.
And one scene, a firework goes off, and there's a firework sound effect, pew, and it shoots up. I was like, where did that come from? Does somebody have a firework lying around?
Clearly,
Yeah, in real life, not in the scene. The movie starts off where Nicolas Cage is assassinating Troy, as Troy is assassinating Archer Travolta, and he kills his son by accident. And you know,
oopsie.
it's quite a dramatic scene, but slow motion, and the dead kid on the ground is quite a dramatic part of the scene.
It's actually quite well done. It's the kid's kind of ragdolled, so
Yeah.
it is kind of grim. That bit works. That's enough. Enough with the slow mo now.
So we jump to 6 years later, and we have this Castor Troy dressed as a priest planting a bomb, and he's hamming it up like only Nicolas Cage can do. Travolta's not happy. He's back in the office saying, oh, Troy's still out there. Where the fuck is he? And
He's a
then
priest.
he plants the bomb, and he does a happy dance and hits on one of the choir girls and one of a couple of dodgy, inappropriate scenes throughout the movie.
Yes, yes, especially towards young ladies.
Yes. So yeah, we have Troy getting onto an airplane with his bro Pollux, and
Pollux.
and they get a tip off or whatever, and jeeps chase the plane, and then fucking Archer comes head on with the plane, and they're playing bloody chicken
Yeah, then
together
he handbrake turns a Hummer.
because Winter is in the cockpit. He sees the agent in the cockpit. Oh, let's don't crash into them.
Yeah, and then he gets into a chopper after one of his agents gets kicked out of the plane
Yeah,
after being shot. Now he's an amazing ace sideways flying chopper pilot.
yeah,
Obviously,
yeah, and then it's just an entire scene of idiot cops just walking out, going, oh, do, bang, you're dead. They're not aiming at all. They're walking into space. Archer 2 times saves one of them. Get the fuck down, will ya? One of them
oh yeah,
dies, and then
this is the going around the hangar.
yeah, in the
Down.
hangar.
I need to dive so I can shoot.
Yeah,
Can't
Troy.
shoot standing up. I need to be jumping.
Oh yeah, Troy. Yeah, so Troy drives the plane into the thing, and he jumps out sideways with his 2 gold revolvers.
So does Pollux as well.
Pollux jumps out too, and that's of course in quarter slow motion.
Yeah.
And the entire thing annoyed me because it was just stupid cops and action. And then he gets blasted by one of the jet engines, and it's like, oh, why aren't you actually dead?
Just in a coma. Or is
He's in
he?
a coma. Yeah. So Archer, we see a little glimpse of him with his wife Eve and daughter Jamie, who's a bit of a ragamuffin ruffian who's dressed as a goth. Oh, you're so different.
Yeah, rebel.
Yeah. That's a yay moment. And of course, we get this little trope and theme through the movie of the hand down the face. That's
effing hate this
I
so
wanted
effing much.
I wanted
what
them to
creepy ass motherfucker. If I did that to my wife, I'd be beating around the place.
get out of there. Fucking dirty fingers. I wanted them to make that sound when they hit the lip. And I'm sure that's in one of the Naked Gun movies or something, where it's just a
It's
stupid.
it's weird and creepy.
But you know, as he does it through the movie, it's like, oh, that's going to be a tell. That's going to be one of those things because
They
it's
could have
so.
come up with something less.
Well, they had the blood type.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Get my blood. Check my blood.
No, I'll just wipe my hand on my wife's face. That'll do it.
I just wiped my arse in the toilet. Here you go. Love you.
Yeah.
Everybody's clapping for Archer in the office. He's not happy. He's like,
Take the win, you miserable fecker.
he's miserable guts. I wrote down right at this moment, I hate Wu's choice of music as well. Everything of his directorial choices, I hate. I hate the music in this.
The music is a throwback to 80s, and it's not a good execution of it.
Mm. They find out now on it. How old did you feel when you saw the zip disk and zip drive? Those were the rich people's floppy disk.
I never
options.
had a zip drive. Never had a zip disk.
I sold a couple. I sold a couple in my time in my first job of selling computer stuff.
I went from floppy disks to rewritable CD DVDs.
Yeah. I think zip drives are more business and backup for accountants
and movies. Oh, look at that zip drive.
Zip drives. It just was bulky. It just people didn't want it, and then CD rewritables came out, and it was like, yeah, it's thin, and we can get 50 movies on this. Let's go.
Not that we'd be copying movies back in the day.
No. Or now, obviously. So they find out that there's going to be a little shitty plague on this zip disk.
Yeah, the very, very specific set of specifications on what the bomb is on the zip disk. It's like, here's a video of how the bomb works.
Yeah, we've got everything apart from where it actually is. So Pollock's not talking. They head to his two cop buddies, take him to the Walsh Institute and go, this could be an option.
Yeah.
You've kept him alive?
It's an interesting choice. In fairness, he's like, I don't really want to do this. Let's try and convince his buddies to drop some info. And the only thing he gets is a date.
Yeah, because Dietrich is like, oh, how's your dead son? 18th. I can't remember the month, but 18th.
Yeah, the 18th.
That's all I know, man.
Like 10 days or something stupid like that. I can't remember what the clock on the bomb said. It was like 200 or something.
I love that after this, it was like, God, all we have is our date. You're asking me to betray all the people who I love and trust. I'll do it. That's Travolta's exact line.
Yeah, it's a great definition for why he's been motivated to do what he's going to do.
I'll do it.
What an asshole.
Yeah. So he goes home and Eve is like, oh, it's so good. The wedding or the marriage is so good. I've got one last thing to do. Fuck off. Do it now then. Get out.
Do it, you prick.
So the procedure's happening, and I had to note here that he hands his ring off to his buddy, and the ring handoff is in slow motion. It's like, what the fuck?
I like the definition of the procedure. It's using a morphogenetic template, which basically means bollocks.
It's total bollocks, but I don't give a shit about that. That's
that's not the problem.
The fact that the problem is Travolta's body is fucking so different than Nicolas
His
Cage.
head is about 3/4 wide.
He's a big-headed mofo.
Yeah. There's a lot wrong with that, but I can let it go. It's daft. That's not the problem with this movie.
We had mirrors back to Seconds here, our movie from the 60s with Rock Hudson. This whole face transplant thingy. Face off. Didn't work out for anybody in Seconds or here.
Don't get your face off if you want to have a good life.
Face off. Anyway, they face swapsies and he looks in the mirror. Archer. Now his Troy. Archer in Troy. Not happy.
It's confusing now.
Fuck you.
My face itches.
Yeah.
Wiping his face on the wall.
And also the doctor's going, all right, we put a microchip in your larynx. It can be dislodged when you get stressed. So, and then you go, okay, that's going to happen later on in the movie.
Of course.
And it does, but it's sort of like, barely made anything of it because the daughter's like, I don't care, boom.
They shoot you anyway.
I don't care if you sound like my dad.
Yeah.
All right, so he heads to the prison. He's got magnetic boots on. He kind of walks like RoboCop. And then this whole schoolyard fight inside is just
You can't have a
annoying.
prison scene without a fight.
And everybody's going, ooh. The bro, Pollux, is there, and he's like going, he's suspicious.
Don't trust you because you look just like my brother.
Yeah. You're not acting the right way.
Your face is too big.
Yeah.
Your body's fat.
So we head back we see Frankenstein arise, aka Troy, with no face. He kind of Frankenstein's out of his bed, gives a phone call and says, come on over. I need to grab that doctor. And
I need to, we're going to deal with it, I think is what he says.
Yeah, there's lots of quick, stupid directorial choices here with cutting to his face at different camera shots.
I don't mind it so much. At least there's no slow-mo.
Yeah, then we have a reflection in the glasses, which is clever enough, but whatever.
Yeah.
Prison talk with Pollux, and Pollux goes, "Oh, I guess the LA Convention Center will have to do." And Archer, as Troy, is like,
"Thanks very much."
Thanks. But Archer is an idiot.
Why did he give it away?
Just wait until they come and get you. But anyway, Troy, as Archer, comes now and goes, "All right, mate.
I'm your brother.
Be with your wife. I'm going to be with your wife for the next 2 weeks. Next week, actually."
Ring. Got you there, buddy.
So then when he's talking to Archer as Troy, we have slow-mo little cuts of his team being doused in gasoline, so nobody knows he's...
There's no evidence you exist anymore. You are, for all intensive purposes, Castor Troy.
Yeah. Ta-ra, Chuck.
I'm off now. There's a funny scene, or I love the expression on Cage's face, where he grabs a hold of his neck and he's like,
oh yeah. Overacting, of course.
That's brilliant. It's so much overacting. I'm going to allow it. If you're going to overact all the fucking way.
Yeah.
Just 12, up to 12, 13. Just be stupid.
Yeah. So...
bye, bro, says
bye, bro.
Pollux.
Yeah, so Troy as Archer is now going home, and he's starting a weird relationship with his wife and being so braggadocious and forward and aggressive, and Troy basically as Archer.
Yeah.
Pollux leaves the prison. Troy is on TV as Archer, saving the day.
Yeah, he disarms the bomb, so he convinces his brother to give up the location, and he's the one who disarms the bomb with like 14 seconds left on it or something.
With aplomb, he's like...
Doopy-doopy-doo. He does get a bit worried when he's like, oh, I put in the code wrong.
Yeah.
But they don't milk that bit. But yeah, now he's the hero cop.
And he also goes home and seduces his wife, his non-wife.
Giggity.
Yeah, giggity. So we have Archer as Troy's prison escape.
Yeah, he's chatting to one of the other inmates who is probably someone Sean Archer put away.
Yeah.
And he says, the only time you ever get the boots off is when they go to fry your brain. And
that's where Duboff is.
Duboff is getting his head fried.
Yeah. So he heads on up there with a cigarette, and the guy gives him a light.
That was nice.
It's very nice
thing to do.
Oh, here you go.
Yeah, it says, I'm going to get you fired.
Yeah. Some idiot on IMDb said when Duboff shoves the cart into the guards in the elevator, the Wilhelm scream appears.
It's not the Wilhelm scream.
Absolutely not. I re-listened to it twice today.
I googled the Wilhelm scream, and I stopped it at this thing to go, that's definitely a canned scream.
The one before it,
but it's not Wilhelm.
There's one very small scene where the guy gets shot in the foot, and he does a very sort of Star Wars spaceship sound.
Yeah.
And then Duboff shoves the rail, and you can't even hear it because it's so loud and obnoxious with music and stuff. It's not a Wilhelm scream, and he got upvoted in IMDb for it, and it's not a Wilhelm scream.
Boo.
You should be an expert now at Wilhelm scream because you found out about it last week, and so now you should know
I
about it.
googled it, and I actually stopped on this scene specifically because it was a canned scream. That wasn't a guy
Getting hit in the groin
no.
by a ball.
Yeah, it wasn't Wilhelm.
No.
So I understand some people making the mistake because it was a canned scream, but not that specific Wilhelm canned scream.
Yeah. The whole prison is up and fucking. This is where down in this main square where all the guards and everything is. This is where a firework is let off and pew.
Yeah,
Took
he
note of
turns
it.
the screen up to 11 or something, and it just starts going on sparkies. Then I love how he manages to unlock himself and unlock all the prison doors.
I
He
love
just goes
that
up to a
too.
keyboard and goes,
Yeah, but did you see one of the options on this menu was system overload?
"Oh yeah," and that makes the screen explode.
I'll choose system overload. Yeah, that's a great option to have on a software system. Imagine if your Windows 11 had
kill
explode.
people. Click.
Windows 11 restart, shutdown, overload. Or I'll overload my computer. Why would you have an overload system button?
So you can make your screen go on fire?
Explode in your face off.
Ah.
Anyway, this prison's an oil rig, and the helicopter starts shooting at him 500 times, and it misses up every time. It's like A-Team. It's like a massive A-Team movie because nobody ever gets hit. He never gets hit. The two main guys never get hit.
No, they never get hit.
Anyway,
For the
he
people
jumps
that
up.
matter, they never get hit. Unless
he jumps
it's expedient to the plot.
Yeah. He jumps off.
Jumps off, he swims 16 kilometers home or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah. He goes to the graveyard with his non-wife. Somebody messaged him when he gets into the office, says, tells him Castor Troy is dead, and Troy, as Archer goes, he's already here.
See,
no, Mr. Anderson. Oh, no, that's reminds me.
You're already dead.
Yeah, exactly. No, Captain, your men are already dead.
What I would have liked to have seen with a couple of places in this movie is more of a dig into them actually adopting the personalities of the people they're pretending to be. Like Castor Troy showing a little bit of empathy towards the fact that, your one's crying about the kid that he killed.
Yeah.
That would have been interesting, a little bit of depth. And on the other side of that, I suppose we do get that with him adopting the kid at the end, but that's just creepy and weird.
I took massive note of that one, and I hate it.
Yeah.
Hated it all the time. You know what's happening though, because Sasha goes, "Look after my kid for me." Yeah, sure. Forget about legal systems and everything. We'll just take.
How old is your kid? 5 years old. Okay, that's the same time my kid was killed. So I'll just
face off.
Kid off.
Can we get my dead kid's face on this replacement kid's face, please? Then we can just.
Adam, your name's Michael now. Okay.
Yeah.
My
face itches, Daddy.
Shut up.
Why is there a microchip in my larynx? Why do I sound differently, Daddy?
Yeah.
Sure up.
It's weird.
Troy as Archer goes to visit Dietrich and get the drugged up drink and overacts.
Oh, he goes to town here.
And this is where we get this. I'd like to take his face off.
See, that's overacting. And I'm absolutely there for it. I love it. It's stupid.
Yeah.
That sort of stuff I can get behind. I think the overacting isn't the issue I have with this movie. It's the overproduction, as you said earlier.
Yeah.
Too much slow-mo crap. But this, I like this. It's stupid.
It's memorable.
Yeah.
But it's the way Cage delivers it. And he has this all drugged up. He's like, I'm me, I'm not me, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, well, Cage always looks drugged up anyway, so.
Yeah, true, yeah. Troy as Archer kicks the shit out of Jamie, his non-daughter's boyfriend, and gives Jamie a slow-mo butterfly knife.
Nice.
For fuck's sake, I said in my notes. And then when he's at home, Troy as Archer, Pollux' brother just calls the home phone and goes, Archer is in Dietrich's place. All right. What if my non-daughter had picked up the phone?
Yeah, it's kind of
He
weird.
just has his phone number. He just has his home phone number.
Yeah.
Anyway, they head to there's a whole massive, crazy, loud 10-minute fight in Dietrich's HQ.
Yeah, this runs on a bit long.
Sasha has a. This is where we see Sasha as a son, and it's Troy's, and obviously Archer as Troy. It's like, oh, he looks like my dead son.
I can see they're trying to play the parallels really hard, but they're trying very hard to set up a parallel between the two characters and how he's almost a substitute for Michael.
And he does the face hand thing with the son.
Not your kid, you freak.
Yeah. Anyway, crazy big action sequence, and usually I could talk about it more, but I won't because it's just loud noise, shit's flying everywhere, people dying.
A lot of people handing a kid around the place for 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, and then this whole contrived bullshit of Somewhere Over the Rainbow being played as all this violence.
I was wondering how you would take that.
I don't like it. I don't like it. It's like, okay, let's pick, because I don't know, if it was Tarantino or something, it would be a better song.
My issue with this is they play it for 2 seconds. If you're gonna go there, have it for the entire action scene and bake the action scene around this juxtaposition of a very soft song and mad action. But they don't do that here. I don't get it. Why wouldn't you? It's an obvious thing to do, in my opinion.
Yeah, because at the start, when they start shooting down the windows, they put the headphones over and says, all right, listen to that shit and ignore all the death around you. And we don't hear anything. We hear it very mumbled. Yeah. All right, okay.
And then it stops. Kaboom, kaboom, kaboom. And then 3 seconds later on, when the kid's in the shot, it does it again. Then
and it gets a bit louder, and then it stops. Bad decisions. Bad decisions.
All in or don't bother.
Don't bother, all in. Maybe they didn't have. Actually, I think I read that they had to pay. Wu paid for having that song in out of his own pocket, so maybe that's why he did it.
I can only afford 6 seconds of the song.
Yeah, because it's Walt Disney, right, or something like that. I don't know.
Should have picked a different song, buddy.
Yeah,
you didn't have to pay for it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's slow motion shit. This is where your mirror scene comes because you love it so much.
Well, I don't know if I'd love it so much. It is cheesy.
And then they shoot each other through the wall and miss every bullet. And they're right.
Yeah, how many times have they reloaded at this point while only trying to shoot each other?
Yeah.
You know, it's not the Matrix.
Yeah. No.
There's no bullet time here, buddy. You can't dodge bullets. Sorry.
No. Anyway, Pollux falls off the roof and lands beside Troy as Archer.
Why are you so upset? It's just Pollux.
Exactly, yeah. One of the cops says, why are you so upset? He's just an asshole. Goon. Boom.
I do like that. It's just like...
Yeah, it's fine.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
We're an asshole.
So, Troy as Archer is Times Man of the Year already. 2 days after he's done everything, he's Time Magazine's
That's how things work in the world. Right?
Yeah. Then he makes his boss, Victor, have a heart attack.
Well, he beats him around the place a bit until he dies.
Yeah.
I liked how he made his first heart palpitation happen by just giving him a side eye.
Yeah, he was struggling a little bit, Victor.
Jedi shit going on there.
Yeah. You are going to have a heart attack. This isn't...
These aren't the bad guys you're looking
indigestion you're looking for. Yeah. Archer nips off home and sneaks into his bedroom and goes, all right, love,
hey,
it's me.
I'm not the bad guy that I look like, right? My blood type isn't AB. Go check it. There you go.
Check it out.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Bye. He doesn't do the hand thing the first time. Troy comes home, and so Eve is getting suspicious.
So she stabs him.
Stabs him in the middle of the night. Doink.
with a little needle.
Yeah. So she heads off to the hospital, testing the blood, and fucking Archer as Troy is in the corner going,
how is he already in the lab?
Yeah.
Is he Batman?
He is Batman.
That explains a lot.
Yeah. So he does the hand thing here and tells a story about how they went to a dentist on their first date, and she's like going, it is you. And then she's like going, you know, we've been husband and wife for a week back home. Yeah, I understand what has happened for the last week.
I've been doinking. I've been
Yeah,
doinking the other guy. Okay.
yeah.
Hey.
And Archer's never going to forget that.
No.
You know what really annoyed me as well? There are lots of things annoyed me here. Troy wakes up, right? And he brings two goons with him. Not
Hired
even
guns.
cops. Hired goons. Like, he just brings them, and like, she should be going, are these police officers? They look like hired goons. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry, I
it's
get
weird.
jealous.
That's why I bring hired guns.
Not even policemen. I'm like, what's the point in bringing two hired goons with you? Just go and check on her and then, yeah, it's just so stupid.
It's a bad decision directorially to have the two lads. Him by himself would just make sense. Bit of tension, fine. But no.
Yeah. All right. It's Victor's memorial. It's going to be one of the penultimate scenes. Archer promises Sasha he'll be off her back for good. Seagulls, doves, slow motion
seagulls.
Doves inside of church. Altar Boy gives a photo from Archer as Troy to Troy as Archer.
Well played.
And he goes, "Oh,
okay.
And he scrunches it up and just throws it away of his dead son, of not his non-dead son,
non-dead son,
his dead non-son." Yeah. There's a close-up of Jesus. There is a horrible. I think fans of The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly will throw Face Off into the trash with this dodgy shit Mexican standoff. Is it okay to call it Mexican standoff?
Sure, let's call it a standoff, and the Mexicans want to claim it. That's fine.
Yeah, okay. The Gulf of America.
The Gulf of America standoff. Yeah. Anyway,
he even does the close-up eyes.
Yeah,
and I recently just got that clip for our 100th episode, and it's an amazing Good, the Bad, and the Ugly scene. And this is just terrible because it goes to Eve as well, and she's not. She's not part of it. She's not anything, but she has a gun in the game.
Yeah, it's daft. Like it's like, even if you look at Good, Bad, and the Ugly, the music is used correctly with the eye shots as well, and it's pacing.
It gets faster. It gets it. Exactly.
Not done here. It's just
pretentious.
Disappointing.
Of course, when it's happening, there's slow-mo doves that are in the background going.
Very Michael Bay.
Yeah. Guns go off. I'm like going, I don't really give a shit. Sasha's dead. Look after my boy.
We didn't see that set up but 3 weeks before.
No. I just wrote down here, Jesus, they are shit shots.
You talking about this point in the background, or?
Yeah, hey, Jesus.
Those guys are shit shots, right?
They're shit shots. At this point, like, they're going outside then. It's all fucking going outside, and Eve gets on the phone and goes, "Hello, Wanda. I need to tell you something weird." So then we got out. Okay, that's fine. So Wanda's going to come now. She's one of the colleagues back at the HQ. Who's just going to believe her. Archer's Troy and Troy's Archer. I tested their blood.
Yeah.
All right, I believe you.
Yeah. There's a bit of to and fro between Castor and Sean outside with the wife and the kid and the gun and the knife the leg.
Well, Jamie comes along and she has a gun and she's a shit shot too because she's trying to kill her dad, who she thinks is Troy. And this is when he has his voice because he's all very panicky. He goes, "Listen to me, I'm your dad."
I sound like a Scientologist, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's crap. It's a crap scene.
She's crap. Jamie played by Dominic Swain, I think. Yeah, Dominic Swain she made some terrible facial expressions in this last scene. She's like, yep. So then we get this boat escape that we kind of harked on about earlier, and I hated it. It was so all right. I'm on the front of the boat. You're on the back of the boat. Let's switch. And then I'm water skiing with any water skis along the side, and it wasn't Nicolas Cage. It was some stunt actor whose face I can pick from a fucking lineup now because he was so clear.
It's not a good scene. It's unnecessary. The movie's kind of already over in my mind.
It's woo.
Why are we doing this?
It's woo.
I think Woo was better than this.
I'm sure there's John Woo fans listening to this and they hate us, but I don't like John Woo's style.
Well, how many John Woos have you seen apart from this?
Zero. And I don't like it. So from this movie.
Yeah, I like some
So
of
is
the
Hard
stuff.
Boiled like this?
Hardboiled is less slow mo, if I remember correctly, which is probably a good thing. He did do a couple of Jackie Chan movies that I was a big fan of, Police Story and stuff like that, which is all martial arts stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a completely different style. I don't think the Hong Kong police stuff translated well to Hollywood.
Mm. I would like that. The Hong Kong style.
Yeah, it was more about the physical
Grittier. Mm.
movements and the fact you can do a bit of parkour. Whereas the
Parkour.
lads don't do any of that in this. It's all
Yeah.
stuntmen left, right, and center.
Yeah. Anyway, the crash and the slow mo dive into the beach, and Troy. No, Archer as Troy spearfishes Troy as
Yeah, he
Archer.
harpoons him in the
Yeah.
chest
Yeah.
after trying to rip his own face off. No, Castor was trying to rip his own face off. Yes, Castor as Archer.
Yes.
God damn it!
Tops. Okay, hang on a second. Oh, yeah. Then Wu and Wanda comes. You okay, Archer?
Yeah, I'm great.
What did
Thanks.
you say? He called you Archer, sir. It
Yeah,
was so stupid.
yeah. Maybe
Top
just
surgical
say we know
team.
you're the feckin' not the bad guy. Thanks very much.
Somebody says we're going to get our top surgical team on this, and then Eve kisses Archer as Troy. It's like you can wait. Just wait until
Yeah, when he's got his
you've just
face
kissed.
back.
Yeah, you've just kissed Troy's face. It is
Yeah,
Archer, but you don't have to do that.
they're probably going to throw it in a bin later.
Yeah, face off
In the bin.
in the bin. They're side by side in the ambulance, and he takes his ring back. And I wrote fucking orchestral music because obviously, and he's going. I won't need the scar anymore, doctor. I wasn't going to give you the scar back. You
Why would I
twit.
give you the scar back, you lunatic?
Yeah,
I'd have to cut you with a
I
knife.
hated this end scene where slow mo shadow of Travolta's blockhead, big fucking massive Frankenstein blockhead, comes walking along outside, and then he's slow mo around the corner with his cheesy shit eating grin. All right, love. What's for tea?
What I miss?
What did I miss? Well,
We missed out
yeah.
on date night anyway.
And then Jamie comes running out. I'm normal looking again. I'm sorry I shot you.
By the way, have a brother. Hey.
Hand down face of everybody. And then, I've got something else. And then he picks a fucking son out of a random boy around the corner.
Like
goes,
like introducing a puppy to the family.
Exactly. Can we keep him?
Because that's what he actually that annoyed the crap out of him. Because he goes, "Is it okay?
Yeah, I hate that. I hated that bit.
Maybe have that discussion before you bring him home." Actually, no, it's not okay. Get out.
Fuck off. You're never going to replace my dead son.
What?
Can we put the face of my son, dead son? No, I hated that. Travolta, like Jamie takes the son away, and Travolta goes, "Okay," and Eve goes, "Okay."
Yeah. I suppose
Fuck
I can't
off.
do much about it now, can I? He's in the house.
I think this actually is the most angry I've been at a movie, and we've watched a lot of shit movies. I just really doesn't like I don't like the pretentiousness of the style of producing and directing.
I think they lost the plot a little bit in that they wanted to really play the old face-off mirror shit, like really go to town on it, and they do. They go to town on it, but it's unnecessary. It's kind of condescending.
Listen, this is where I'm going. So listen, plot wise, right? The idea of the plot is great.
It's a great idea. Yeah.
Dialogue sucks. So like plot wise, I would give it 3, but dialogue annoys me. So I'm just going to give it 2.5, and I need to put it on record though. Dialogue sucks. I hate the way that the plot is produced and directed, but I'll sort that out down below in the production rating. So I will give 2.5 for plot. Having said that, I do enjoy the concept.
I'll join you on that one. I haven't rated it yet. I just finished watching it a few minutes before we started recording,
Mm,
so it's super fresh. Yeah, the plot's interesting. It's a great concept.
yeah.
Trading places, but with
Trading
faces.
places.
But with faces.
Eddie Murphy's new comedy,
Trading
Face Off
faces.
Trading Faces 2. You
So
laugh, you'll cry, you'll put your hand on your face.
So it's a very similar concept to Trading Places, and I love that. It's a great idea. Run with it, go with it, and do it right.
It's
But get some dialogue, and please choose two main actors who can act.
well here. What's I know you probably haven't read this up on IMDb trivia, but our mate Arnie and Sylvester Stallone was the first thought for them to do this.
Wow, you got the faith of
Face off, yeah.
no, that would have been worse. I'll be honest.
I don't know. I think it would have hammed it up. I think it would have made it that it wouldn't like Demolition Man. I enjoy a lot.
That's a great
Sylvester
movie.
Stallone, yeah, Sylvester Stallone's not. But if that was Nicolas Cage, it would have brought it down because Sylvester Stallone brings a sort of aura to that role.
The problem with Arnie and Sylvester Stallone is their body types are so bloody different. To like, there's a half foot in height, which
No,
might be
aren't they
hard to
similar?
explain.
Aren't they
They're
similar?
they're quite muscular, but
They're more
their
similar
height
than they're
is
more
very
similar than
different.
they're more similar than Cage and Travolta. I would say. I don't
Mm,
know. I haven't looked at their stats, body stats.
I think there's like 4 or 5 inches in it, which might be hard to explain away to the wife. You know the way it used to be a lot.
Yeah, how detailed did they go?
Yeah,
Honey,
actually, yeah,
honey, what's going on?
yeah.
Anyway, acting I'm giving 2.5 because it's
It's
not good, and although yeah, whatever, 2.5.
the only person I thought was
Shaft
actually
is
semi decent at acting was Eve. Thought she was okay, but you're not really given much in the way of dialogue.
yeah, Detroit
Travolta
was
was
good.
awful.
Yeah, Travolta was okay at when he was pretending to be Troy as Archer. Sometimes I think he did it okay. Like
But when he was being super
super
cop,
cock.
when he was super,
Were you talking with Eve?
possibly when he was trying to be the FBI guy, whatever.
Face Off 2, Super Cock. Now in cinemas.
Cock off.
Cock off. There must have been a porno.
I'm sure it was. Anyway, I can't remember what my point was, but I'm gonna Google cock off too. Shit.
What
Yeah,
are you giving for
Travolta was
acting?
awful. Acting, I'm gonna give 2. It was
Right.
awful.
All right, sound brackets track. I'm giving 1. I probably could give it less because I hated it, but it's
Uh,
a big movie.
I'm gonna give it 2. To be honest,
Right.
I didn't really pay much attention to the music.
Yeah.
There was too much slow mo. Again, as you said earlier, that thing with the standoff, where the
Yeah.
music can be used to such great effect when you're
Yeah.
cycling between the different faces, stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's no tension built up.
Nothing.
There.
It just comes out of nowhere. Well, let's go to production. You know what? I had it at 1. Fuck it. I'm going 0.75 for production. Just because it annoyed me so much. All his decisions annoyed the shit out of me. And you just bringing up that standoff again, it
Annoyed the
just
crap out
comes
of
out of nowhere. There is no production fingerprint leading up to this choice where it quickly just goes from eyeball to eyeball to eyeball, guns pointing at each other. It comes out of nowhere, and it's like, this isn't normal. This isn't right, and it's shit. So that's it. And a lot of things infuriated. Slow mo, pretentious, derived. Um, yeah,
I won't
dumb.
be as cruel. I'm going to give it 2.25. It's not great,
Good for you.
but it's also just not good.
Yeah. It's well reviewed on Metacritic. The lowest rating is 50 by Ella Taylor in the LA Weekly. She says, yet the movie, distilling into purest form the blend of viciousness and sentimentality that informs all Wu's work, winds up as emotionally bogus as it is viscerally overwhelming. It's kind of boring. Roger Ebert does have a review. Yeah, he gave it 75. He said, the high-tech stuff is flawlessly done, but the intriguing elements of the movie involve the performances. I guess back in the late 90s, seeing Travolta doing something like this and seeing Cage doing something like this was sort of out of the blue, like, you know, a little bit innovative, that they were trying to. And I think I read they spent time with each other, and it's like, yeah, whatever.
I get that. And at the time, yeah, as we said earlier, I actually quite enjoyed this movie. I just don't think, as I've grown up and the world has changed and cinema has changed, this has aged very poorly.
Yeah, but given, you know, if it was in another director's hands, maybe I would like it more. I don't, yeah. Peter Travers and Rolling Stone gave it 100. Exciting and then some. Face-Off blends the director's supercharged images of balletic brutality and spiritual catharsis with an off-the-wall humor that allows John Travolta and Nicolas Cage to really let it rip. And they tried, but I think it falls flat for me. They do try to let it rip as each other, but it doesn't really ring home for me.
Nope.
So, shall we just
put the face back on?
Put the face back in the basket.
Yes, let's put the face back in the basket.
Let's put the face back in the basket. All right, episode 106 is coming up next. Let's see what random movie we will get. And we are getting random movie 7057.
Mid-table.
And we are getting from 1974 The Parallax View.
Oh.
Do you know of it?
I know what a parallax is, but what's the parallax view?
Well, let me read the little synopsis on Metacritic. An ambitious reporter gets in way over his head trouble while investigating a senator's assassination, which leads to a vast conspiracy involving a multinational corporation behind every event in the world's headlines. It's starring Warren Beatty and a bunch of other people that I don't really know of. Directed by Alan J. Pakula, who produced To Kill a Mockingbird, who directed All the President's Men, who directed Presumed Innocent, who directed Sophie's Choice, who directed The Devil's Own, where Brad Pitt plays a...
Hobie Gara.
Oh, it's not an American story, Tom. It's an Irish one.
Oh.
So, you know, he's been around, this director.
Yeah, he's got something in his back pocket there, all right.
The scores are mundane. It's 65 out of 100 Metascore and user score of 6.6. Runs for 1 hour and 42 minutes, so it's quite digestible. So yeah, let's see what happens with that sort of... I like conspiracy movies and I like post-apocalyptic movies. This is not obviously post-apocalyptic, but I like conspiracy movies.
Yeah. Because you're a paranoid fecker.
Yes, the whole world is against me. Don't you feel like it with reading the news every day?
That's why I try.
Conspiracies are real. Yeah.
The earth is motherfucking flat.
That's right. All right. So if you have not shared our podcast or left a rating on Spotify or given a thumbs up on YouTube, please do so just right now. It only takes a second. Do it. And we will see you in episode 106 for The Parallax View. Bye-bye.
Cheerio.